Okay, so really simple video. I literally just want to show you how you can change your life today in this very second. And after helping, a few dozen people to change their lives, after going from having multiple addictions, not being able to focus on something for more than an hour a day, having a weak ass mindset, to now thinking I can do anything I want, being able to work to my goals non-stop, having the best body of my life, having an amazing network, all these different things. I want to just share with you a very rough blueprint that you can start to implement today to make this shift and create the best life for yourself as well. The first thing is honestly that you just haven't hit enough of a low point at this moment in time because you're comfortable in the change. Otherwise you would have made the change. And so I'm not telling you to hit rock bottom, but you do see very often that people make a change when they hit a very low point. I literally made this decision when I was extremely depressed and I felt lost in my life. One big tool that you can use to make this shift proactively is you get clear on your designated future. What this means is if you look at the way you have been behaving recently, maybe you've been in the same pattern for a year, maybe even longer, and you then take that and you look at, okay, what happens if I keep having the same habits, if I keep having the same way of being, the same mindset for another year, another 3 years, another 5 years, another 10, 50 years. What is my life going to look like? And if you have average habits, or if you have even less than average habits, that should scare the absolute shit out of you. And I want you to really vividly imagine this, because every single day I get clear on this myself. Negative visualization is one of the most powerful tools that we have access to. It's not just looking at, okay, this is the life we want to create, but also if I don't change things today, my life is going to look like this. Is that acceptable to me? Second step is identifying your paradise. This is the dream reality that you would want to live in. Get clear on who you need to be to achieve that. Get clear on what that would look like, who you could serve, who you would be around. And also think about this in the average sense, where oftentimes we imagine a huge highlight reel of supercars and private jets and whatever. And you can accomplish those things. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying, are you going to be flying a private jet every day? No, you'll probably be working on something meaningful. So think about what that would be like. Once you have those two poles, you can very easily see what you're trying to get away from and what you're trying to work towards. As long as you don't have that clarity, you'll continue to wander. So I really want you to map this out. I have a 14-page, roughly, document of these are the people I hang around with. This is my identity. This is my, what my life will look like in a year, in 10 years, what my legacy will be like, what my habits are on a day-to-day, what my perfect day looks like, what my affirmations are, everything. You want to get completely clear on the person that you are creating and the life that you're shifting into. The more clear you can get on this, the easier it becomes to make that shift, and also the easier it becomes to stay on point and stay on track. Number 3, have absolute complete conviction in your ability to accomplish said thing. Very often we procrastinate, we continue into bad habits because we think, I'm not sure if this is for me, I'm not sure if I can do this. We doubt ourselves. And the reality is, if you just become an absolute monster who never misses on things, who executes, who has a very potent mindset, and who continuously develops him or herself, there is no way that you're going to lose on a long enough micro or a long enough time frame. It's just that most people give up after doing something for a month and they haven't seen amazing results yet. And if that's you, that just means that there is great news there, because everybody else is going to quit while you keep going. Number 4 is to start living in the present moment completely. If you have any associations to the past that are holding you back, literally stop associating with them. Rewrite the stories. They're all not a real thing in the present moment. They don't really exist, especially in the way that we have created them in our mind. So start to rewrite the stories. And then regarding the future, don't place any importance on getting to the present or the future moment from the present. Just have the vision, completely detached from the vision, and then just keep working in the present moment towards it, and before you know it, you'll be there. If you start to envision the present moment or the future from a sense of, I need to get there, I want to live in that place, and you're unhappy in the present moment, then the future will continue to elude you because you are energetically severed from it. You are not saying, I am already wealthy. You're saying, I am, poor, and that's why you stay poor. You are not in a great body because you tell yourself, I'm not in a great body, I'm not in a great body. As long as you affirm the things that you are not, you're not going to be able to shift into the things that you can be. You're also going to start taking shortcuts if you place importance on this. How do I know this? Because I've done this for way too long, so pay attention to this. If you start desiring a next phase of your life so much, you'll start to try and take shortcuts and just get there as fast as possible. You'll start to not be in the right energy, and therefore you're not going to be able to get there, or at least not nearly as fast. The last thing is to literally just commit to this process, and you can best do this by stacking habits. You just start doing one thing that you will never miss out on again, no matter how small that thing might be. Just start off with whatever it is. Like if you want to start going to the gym every day, just make a habit of at least tying your shoes and packing your bags or your gym bag every single day. If you want to start reading a book a week, start reading 10 minutes a day without fail. And you start doing these things without being able to go to bed before you finish this. This is how you build mindset. This is how you build confidence. This is how you build discipline. It's not telling yourself in the mirror how perfect you are. You can do that on the side. But it is literally just about committing to your word. The reason why most people, their self-talk is negative, why most people aren't capable of living up to what they said they would, is because they literally don't live up to what they said they would. They say a bunch of things about, oh, I'm going to commit to this, I'm going to do that, and then they don't do it. And so they create cognitive dissonance where their mind knows that they are full of shit. They can't live up to what they said they would. And so their mind instantly tells them, you're not capable of living up to this, I'm not going to trust you. The moment you become a sayer and you say, I am going to do this, and now that means you have to do it without fail and you can't no longer not do it, that is when the shift happens, because your word will start to hold more weight to yourself, to your family, to your friends, your co-workers, your employees, whatever it might be, to God. The moment you make that decision, everything really changes, because everything you said you would do came true. So who is to say that the next thing you said, which will be even more outrageous and then even more outrageous, won't happen? Of course it's going to happen. It's been a huge track record of you winning time and time again. And if you can build that relationship with yourself, you'll become indestructible, undeniable, and you'll accomplish essentially whatever you want.